Hi, my name is Anchuta Dhanashekhar, and today we will be exploring memory and the brain. Have you wondered why you forget where you put that important piece of paper 2 days ago, or where exactly you parked your car before entering the mall? And yet you remember your birthday party at the bounce house many years ago when you were just 6 years old? It all happens in your head, literally. To understand this, we need to look at the process of memory in our brain and its 3 stages. Stage 1 is sensory memory, where the brain stores what we experience through the 5 senses of taste, touch, hearing, smell, and sight. Some characteristics of sensory memory include that it's very accurate, temporary, and retained for only less than half a second. Each of these senses are perceived by a different region of the brain. The brain can retain sensory information a little longer through attention, where we focus only on one thing and ignore everything surrounding it. Now let's look at stage 2 memory, which is short-term memory. Think of these as sticky notes that last for about 10 to 15 seconds. During this process, the brain starts to make connections between sight, sound, and language. What are some examples of short-term memory? While reading, you have to remember to look at the first part of the sentence in order to make sense of its ending. Or you wrote down your friend's phone number and forget it later on. Or you meet someone at a party but forget their name when you go home. Now let's look at the third and final stage of memory. You guessed it, long-term memory. This can hold almost an unlimited amount of information for an indefinite period of time, including our experiences, emotions, and stories from our past. This helps us to remember how to do things like riding a bike. The nerve cells here communicate with each other through junctions called synapses. A strong synaptic connection makes the memory permanent. How does short-term memory become long-term memory? Here are some ways. Repetition and rehearsal, chunking or grouping by block, visual and auditory cues, and emotional connection with an event. A stronger connection will help you to remember, while a weaker connection makes you forget. What tricks can you use to help your brain remember? Next time, try to keep important papers in the same location at home each time. This will help your brain connect that location with the important papers. The second example was remembering the location of your car at the mall. Try to associate a visual cue, such as the section or store in the mall, that was closest to your parking. The brain will recollect the approximate location by referencing the landmark. Remember, don't forget, it's all in your head.